Thank you, Russ. Justin Trudeau making history just about an hour ago this morning, becoming the first Canadian Prime Minister to address the European Parliament.
His trip comes a day after ratification of the Canada-EU trade deal. But our Prime Minister is not just talking about trade. He's reminding the parliamentarians how important the alliance is on the world's political scene.
Canada knows that an effective European voice on the global stage isn't just preferable, it's essential. We know that the EU is the world's largest donor of development and humanitarian assistance, and that together, your member states constitute one of the world's largest economies. You are a vital player in addressing the challenges that we collectively face as an international community. Indeed, the whole world benefits from a strong EU.
Trudeau's speech to the EU legislature comes a day after the political body voted in favor of the Canada-EU trade deal that will eliminate about 98% of tariffs on both sides. Our PM's speech is also being touted as a counter to the increased protectionist direction from the Trump administration and a shot in the arm for the European alliance after last summer's pro-Brexit vote.
A late night at City Hall, the budget debate stretching past midnight. Council approving the spending plan. That includes a 2% property tax hike, some heated exchanges, and some jokes as well.
Does that mean that newcomers are less accountable, less wanted, and less...
I'm not going to support the motion.
I'm shocked.
It's awfully noisy in the council chambers.
Putting together a budget that should be featured on America's Got Talent.
To balance the city's more than $10 billion budget, the property tax increase will see the average homeowner pay about $90 more a year. But that's not all that's going up. When you factor in the 2% hike for garbage pickup and the 5% increase on your water bill, the total jump about $160 a year based on a property value of about $590 grand.
A man has suffered life-altering injuries but is expected to survive after being hit by a CN train in Milton. Commuter GO train service, though, this morning is not affected. The 24-year-old man was hit on the tracks north of Derry Road, just west of Bronte, around 11:30 last night. He was rushed to hospital in Hamilton with very serious injuries. The train did not remain at the scene, and the driver may not have been aware that they struck the victim. Police are still investigating how it happened and why he was on the tracks.
Wait till you hear this. A bizarre big-ticket theft from the Toronto Western Hospital. Thieves managed to make off with more than $1 million worth of medical equipment. $1 million. Actually, I think it's like 1.3 million. The search is on for these three people, spotted by security cameras. Happened about 2:30 in the afternoon on Saturday. Forced their way into a surgical area that's usually closed on weekends. They left with a backpack and suitcase filled with 26 pieces of colonoscopy equipment. Now, it's possible the equipment could be headed for the black market overseas. Investigators believe the thieves got away in this silver Honda Odyssey minivan. Anyone with information asked to contact police. How does that happen?
Crazy.
In daylight. Wow.
On a weekend as well. Well, start your engines. We are getting a sneak peek at this year's Canadian International Auto Show this morning before it officially opens tomorrow. Before the curtain lifts on this year's show, here is a look at how previous auto events came together at the Metro Toronto Convention Centre. This time around, more than 100,000 cars and trucks will be on display. 1,000, I should say. Everything from a top-of-the-line Aston Martin to Canada's first car, which dates back to Confederation. I will be there live in just a few minutes for BT to take you on a tour this morning.
We will have the Car of the Year coming up for you live here on Breakfast Television just after 8. We're going to go to break right now. When we come back, you have something to say about this. Should cell phones be banned during all class time? One principal at a Toronto school thinks so. We'll be back.